I want to go back. He wants to go back. I want to go back to the farm. Go back far away from home, with a milk pail on my arm. I miss the rooster, the one that used to wake me up at 4 a.m. down on the farm.
Hello again. This is Mrs. Old Farmer, and today I want to share with you a tip I learned when I accidentally burned some fabric onto the bottom of my iron. I was preparing to sew on a very old piece of synthetic material that I had. I bought it a long time ago, not even sure exactly what it is, but it was kind of a nylon tricot. I was planning to make a slip out of it. It would be suitable for slip or nightgown or something like that. Anyway, clearly a synthetic fabric. And I did not pay attention to the setting on my iron. I turned it up fairly hot and proceeded to press the material so that it was wrinkle-free and I could place my paper pattern on it. However, instead of pressing out the wrinkles, the iron completely burned and melted the fabric and created quite a mess on the bottom of my iron. I could see that this was not going to come off with the usual vinegar, baking soda, gentle scrubbing techniques that I usually use to clean my iron. And I did not have any of the chemical cleaner that I often use when I have more of an issue with the iron. And it is currently unavailable at my fabric store. So I went on the internet and did a Google search and found that a YouTuber from India had done a demonstration of cleaning burned material off an iron sole plate using paracetamol tablets. I had to look that up. In the US, we know it as acetaminophen. It's important to choose the tablet type of acetaminophen, not the gelatin capsulated type, because the gelatin would melt and I can't guarantee the performance of that. But I had an uncoated 500 milligram acetaminophen, and of course this is done with the iron on a hot setting, and so you want to have something to protect your fingers from the heat. So I used a small pair of hemostats that we had recently purchased at Harbor Freight. You could also use tweezers or forceps or something like that, but definitely don't try it without protecting your fingers in some way. So I simply took the tablets and rubbed them on the hot iron. And you can see that the chemical in the acetaminophen tablets is dissolving the baked on material. And then I simply cleaned that off using a folded damp white cloth so I could see it coming off. And just repeated this process until the iron was clean again. And then I did several passes on another clean white cloth with the steam turned on to make sure that all of that stuff was removed from the iron. It took about 20 minutes, but it was very effective. And as you can see in the next video, it did a great job on cleaning up my iron, and I didn't have to throw it away.
Before we go, it's important to quickly mention for all who are visiting to subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment, and share with friends and family. Now for the most important part, thank you to those who have subscribed. Thank you. And yes, thank you to those who are visiting. We value you too. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers so that we may receive a pittance from YouTube to cover expenses. We replaced one camera, tripod, and bought a water-cooled editor for video production, plus all the tools we review. So if you could help us reach that 1,000 subscription point, thank you. Well, this is the Old Farmer Scott Bain. Be well. be safe, and be kind to someone.
Don't forget to click like and click subscribe on the Old Farmer YouTube channel. And thanks again for watching. Bye.
The VFW National Home for Children, providing families of veterans and active duty military opportunities for growth and development in a nurturing community. Please consider a donation to help their children and families. I.C. Rhodes speaking.